right, I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. And I don't have a lot of water. All right. It's been a minute since I've been here, but I just have a couple of things I want to talk about and an invitation to extend. I'm a little damp because I was outside on my patio. But the heat was very powerful. So I came back inside. I got a mosquito bite too. So hello, everybody. Greetings, goddesses. Um, if you feel inclined, feel free to type me a message and let me know you're with me. But I'm just checking in this beautiful Friday night. I got some notes here. There's some things that I want to highlight really quickly that I think are very important. In terms of where we're finding ourselves from a historical standpoint, as well as on the traditional calendar that we use, as well as other calendars. Now, the reason for today's live stream is because I think it's urgent with all of the shifts that we are in the midst of energetically, even with the government globally, for me to kind of speak on womb wellness, your natural fibroid elimination, along those lines, because there's so much volatility and just sometimes it seems like there's a lot of unrest happening, but I just wanted to check in and speak to you from that standpoint, make it more timely. And that's actually where I've been. There's just been so much going on that I myself have been a little bit distracted. And rather than jump on here and talk about something that's not relative to you, I decided to wait. And, sometimes I need to go within and just hear. But I have a message today. First of all, um, there's a full moon coming up this Sunday. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know where you are, but this Sunday, July 5th, 4:44 on the Universal Time Clock, there is a full moon. Now, that is important. Why? It's important in terms of natural fibroid elimination and womb wellness because we are directly connected to the moon as divine women, as goddesses, as carriers of the womb, which is a replica of what we have in the heavens and outer space. We conceive through our womb. The breath of life in the process of conception, that spark is generated through our womb energy. So I think it's critical to put out an APB for all my goddesses um, around the globe. And a lot of you are around the globe that I'm currently working with and that are going to be in attendance of this full moon circle for womb healing and womb wisdom. Just for goddesses that I'll be hosting this Sunday. Now, the time for my womb circle is going to be 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's what I generally wanted to come on here and invite you all out to. But I also want to give you a few reasons for why it is important and why this time is more important than ever before to make a lasting impact with your efforts, with your womb work, on your natural fibroid elimination success, as well as boosting your fertility and manifesting the outcomes in the life that you desire. So let me just jump right in. So, like I said, we all know that we are directly connected to the moon and the cycle of the moon. We have our own moon cycle. Our menstrual cycle is sometimes called the moon cycle. Women, when they are pregnant, tend to, you hear a high amount of um, women going into labor during the full moon in hospitals. It should show you. Those are just a couple of examples why and how there is a direct connection to the moon and the womb. So that's one little supporting piece of evidence. But I noticed a lot of women that I've been encountering lately through my private coaching and through my personal consultations and just personal work are missing the important part of non-physical factors that influence fibroid growth and the proliferation of the growth of fibroids is highly influenced by things that are not physical. What do I mean by that? I mean things that are not related to what you're eating, things that are not related to herbs and supplements. I mean, specifically with non physical, I mean how you're thinking, um, what you believe as far as being successful and being able to shrink fibroids naturally. Like, for example, do you believe that this is something that is available to you? Do you believe that you can shrink fibroids naturally? That is an example of what we talk about when we're saying the non-physical side of natural fibroid elimination, the non-physical side of womb wellness. And basically, I'm trying to help women with this video understand that you've got to do the work and make that connection in terms of your emotional body to supplement and complement everything that you're doing in your physical body and that relates to your physical body, to put them together to shrink fibroids naturally, because fibroids are definitely a physical thing, right? Fibroids are solid things, but what about before fibroids develop? Like, about what happens in the womb, in the body of the woman, right before something maybe pea size starts to form in the womb and turn into something grapefruit size, or even larger in some cases. That should show you that the fact that you can conceive a physical growth in your womb without even trying, um, in an area where there was previously nothing, that there is a spiritual or non-physical part of shrinking fibroids naturally that you must address in order to see success. And one of the ways to activate and do the work, access the non-physical body, your non-physical and emotional self, and access that area, is to practice womb work in conjunction with the moon and the moon phases. So it's not really that complicated. There's all different types of um, ceremonies that you can do. There's simple things that you can do. Some of the main things are gathering with other goddesses, um, taking time for yourself to relax in conjunction and during the times of the full moon, because at that time, the properties and the energies that are generated by the full moon are higher, they're more potent. And also understanding what time it is spiritually and what time it is energetically on the calendar when the full moon or when the moon is at its fullest is important. So when you're getting into your full moon work, it's important to understand, just to take that little last point further, that the full moon is important to help you release. The full moon is a great time to get in alignment with those energies and access and harness the power of the full moon by releasing things, situations, thoughts, people, whatever you feel like it is, anything that is no longer serving you, you want to release. You want to focus on releasing those things and identifying areas and things in your life, situations, patterns that you should be releasing, just to keep it simple. And that's what I want to encourage you to think about, and kind of make a quick list of things that you would like to release, things that you want to let go of. I call it a let go list. Where currently, wherever you find yourself in your life, um, keeping in mind in terms of everything that is going on in the world, and maybe even framing it based on where you would like to see yourself in the near future, maybe within the next 3 months, within the next 6 months, within the next 12 months, in order to get the outcome, manifest the outcome you desire, and get to um, the point in your life or on your journey with your career or in your love life or in your health with uterine fibroids, becoming fibroid free. In order to get to the point that you desire, what would you say you need to release? And that is what I'm encouraging you and inviting you to create a list of and join me this Sunday on July 5th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, if you're interested, I'm going to put a link down where you can send me an email and I will send you a Zoom link. That will be your invite. It's a free event. You can attend for free, and it will be held on Zoom, and we will all gather. And I have some wonderful activities that we're going to do, as well as some interactive work that we can do as well to help you personalize this time and activate it, to make it work for you and harness that power for your own womb manifestation, and your manifestation of fibroid freedom, of course. But there are some personal insight, personal tips that I have kind of channeled in my thinking about the time where we're finding ourselves with the full moon that I'm going to be giving the goddesses, um, on the Zoom, uh, specific only for the goddesses that attend. I'm saving that energy, that key information for where we are and why it's important and critical that you start doing this work now, why it is more powerful and more potent and more probably possible than ever before for you to really harness and see some real manifestations and some magic happen now more so than ever before. I'm sharing that info specifically for the goddesses who attend the free full moon womb circle this Sunday. So if you're interested and you want to be a part of that and you want to get this crazy, amazing, super valuable information, I will be sharing it. So send me your email. I'll send you the Zoom link, and it's free. So you should take advantage of it because there's a lot happening. But I'm going to give you a couple of things right now to help you because I noticed a lot of women telling me recently that I've been speaking with, they are having trouble kind of realizing the importance of, or not so much the importance rather, but I'd rather say there seems to be women that have a blockage with, um, really believing in their own ability to shrink and their own ability to heal naturally of uterine fibroids. I don't know why that is, but I do like to, just my own personal assessment of that type of an issue is just a lack of building your spiritual muscle. And you can build your spiritual muscle, which directly relates to your manifestation muscle, by doing this type of work, doing womb work and taking time for yourself, doing your self care work. This is self care. Oh, I have a comment. I love comments. SJ says, thank you so much for sharing this valuable info. I lost the comment. Okay. It says, I have learned so much from you already. My email. Okay, perfect. Yes. Perfect, SJ. I will, as soon as I hop off of here, I will send you the link and you can just show up at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday, July 5th. And I also have a little flyer I'm going to email you as well to help you do some preliminary homework. It's just 6 little points to help you get kind of in the mindset so that you can get the most out of the experience. But I can't wait to share the little secret that I have for where we are. It's really it's kind of a major key. I just had that realization, but like I said, I'm saving it for the goddesses who want to join. So SJ, I will see you there. But a couple of things. I got 3 points for you before I go to help you overstand, not understand, the power of your words, right? We want to overstand. We're never under anything or anyone. Okay? We are releasing any sort of mindset or any sort of a feeling of being under from now and forever. You're not even under the topic of fibroids. Okay, so we overstand. Okay, that was a tangent. My first point for you to overstand. Do you see that? That fibroid freedom naturally is available to you is to meditate on the fact that you have a womb and what the womb is. The title of this video, I think I titled it Your Womb and the Divine Womb and the Parallels. So this is where we start talking about those parallels. I have 3 of them for you. So the first one is you have a replica of what is in existence in the heaven and in the galactic space, inner space. You have that inside of your body. You have a small replica of that. Why do you think that is? Do you think that's just because it was a random thing? No. You have to, I would encourage you don't have to do anything, right? But I'm encouraging you to meditate on the fact that you were created in the divine image of the Most High. Meditate on the fact that you were created fearfully and wonderfully, and you were created in the divine image of the heavens, of the universe. You have a womb. Your womb begets life. Your womb has that spark, creates that spark, and allows you to conceive a human being, right? That is not a small feat. That is nothing to be underestimated ever. And I'm gonna have to speed it up because I'm running out of battery power. So that's something for you to meditate on. That's some homework for my ladies who are having trouble believing that natural fibroid elimination is available to them. Start to meditate on, do some homework, whatever you need to do or put in front of your face on the television. I encourage you to read or go onto Google. For me, to build up my spiritual bank. I was raised Christian, although now I don't call myself Christian because I'm not under any religious affiliation or indoctrination. I know the whole puzzle is bigger than that, but I can attribute a lot of my success to building my faith from my Christian background growing up. So I do, and you will hear me quote the Bible a lot. There are also other spiritual texts that we will be going over the more you go deeper with me into womb wellness and manifestation and meditation, but that's at another time. But meditate on whatever you can to build your realization that you are directly connected to the divine because you have a replica of the galactic heavens in your womb, your creative control center. That is tip number one. You have that because you are divine, and the divine things are and wondrous things are available to you. Okay, so take that as your first point. Your second point is you have an immediate ability and even more pronounced um, possibility now to manifest more so than ever before. And my supporting evidence for that for you, I will be giving you, like I said, more concrete reasoning for that in the full moon circle this Sunday at 6 p.m. Send me the email if you want to join. But for the purposes of this little video here, think about where you are and the things that are happening right now. Would you say that everything that's going on in the world right now is kind of like wild? We're seeing a lot of things happen that we've never seen before, right? I don't know if you are in touch metaphysically or not, or if you follow any other spiritual teachers and leaders here on YouTube, but word on the street is with the spiritual and the woke YouTubers and just beyond YouTube is that we are experiencing a shift. We are on the earth, and the earth is going through a shift because the earth is traveling um, into a different realm intergalactically. And that's just kind of a baby step into what's really happening. But the earth is shifting, the vibration is raising. There has been and there is a transition from the 3D all the way into the 5D, depending on how high you're vibrating, where you are based on the earth's chakra points. All of those things, your alkalinity would determine what level of that you're experiencing at any given time. But I'm just putting that out there very preliminarily. We're not going to go into any detail because my phone is about to go, but that is your clue that this time is more critical and more it's in this time it's more possible than ever before for you to do things that have never been done before. So if I was able to shrink fibroids naturally back in 2014, which is when I did it, I think, imagine how much more possible and capable based on the energy and the vibration of the earth, the dimensions where we are finding ourselves, where the earth is moving into. Imagine how much more capable and potent those manifestation powers and those womb activation energies are for you to harness if you put the right seeds and the right action steps in place. Part of that is your self-care regimen and routine, and part of that is connecting and getting in alignment with the phases of the moon and your womb phase and balancing that feminine energy. Again, we'll go further in detail on the free full moon womb circle this Sunday at 6. So let me know if you want to join. Now, my third point, I could go further on number two, by the way, but like I said, I got to keep it moving because the phone is, I didn't charge my phone. I'm sorry. Now, number three, I kind of already touched on it, I guess, but I just talked about the vibrations and how the earth is shifting, right? So the second point of that is it's shifting. Now, some of the woke scholars have been saying that we are getting in alignment, or we have been repositioned in alignment with a second earth. I know that that sounds like, whoa, what is she talking about? Um, like I said, do a little research. Google is your friend. Um, there's a lot of wondrous things happening right now. But I'm saying that because it's a time for the unconventional. Okay, that's my third point. So we can observe the patterns of the earth, the shifting of the earth, and especially with the things happening as far as the economy and the governments globally, the shifts that have been happening with, I'm not even going to mention, but I will just say the protesting and the reasons for the protesting, as well as the dismantling of what we're seeing with so called white supremacy, and that movement. I'm not going to go into any further details on that because we all have our own, beliefs with that. But I'm mentioning that because you can take a personal tip, hint, and make an observance and a connection with all of these crazy things that seem to be happening to let you know that this is a time of potent, unconventional energy and unconventional manifestation that is happening. And, even with what I just mentioned, all of the protesting, some of it was just miraculous to me that things that you would never have, I would say, even in 2019, as recent as 2019, you would have never expected some of the factions to be falling, and some of the changes that we've seen. You would have never guessed that they would be coming down the pipeline with companies, governments, with the police force. I mean, we can make a lot of connections, but my point is for your womb health, and it does, everything is connected, right? So that there's a clue in there for you to see that there are powers currently circulating and energies that are heightened for you to manifest, that are more um, potent than ever before, of unconventionality. So you can do things that are probably unheard of right now. And that's my point. Your womb manifestation powers to do things that are unheard of are more potent than ever before. Now, these are the types of things that I took to believe were always available to me. Back when I found out I had fibroids in 2012, and when I was told I had to have surgery, I wasn't going to be able to shrink them, I kept the voice and the affirmations in my head that I was limitless. Nobody put limits on me. No matter what I heard, or no matter what studies showed, no matter what another goddess's experience was, I knew that I would shrink fibroids naturally because I knew that I had the power of the Most High. I knew that God wants the best for me. I accepted with entitlement my birthright as a member of the divine feminine. Now, I'm giving you these little tips so that you can, if you're having trouble, maybe you're not even having trouble realizing that you are the most important thing. You are God's most important creation. You're the most high, or the universe, source's most important creation, right? Whatever you and however you need to frame that to make it real for you, this is the type of work that you do to make it real for you. Take these tips and do Googling and do some meditation. Put things in front of your face, in front of your um, all areas from in your ears, whatever you need to hear musically or affirmations wise or documentary wise, to build your muscle to believe, build that faith muscle, so that you can take on and your crown, put on your crown of womb wisdom, of goddesshood, goddessship with entitlement, because all these powers that I'm saying are circulating and permeating from the heavens, from the galactic realm, that are here now. They've always been here, but they're more powerful now. And it just takes you doing the work and making that connection. When you make that connection mentally, you can use visualization, whatever you need to do to make it real to you. Do womb work with the moon. Join us in the full moon circle. These are the things you do to make that connection. Because when you're doing that, there are real circuits that you cannot see. The Egyptians knew about these circuits that cover the whole earthly realm. They're always there. They are the precursor to electricity. And they are also enhanced if you're eating a more alkaline diet, eating a more plant based diet. But these circuits are always available. And this is how you connect to them by putting in actions to strengthen the non physical areas that directly correlate and connect to those circuits, those currents, those vibrational wavelengths that are healing, that are natural fiber elimination, that are your happiness, that are your confidence, your faith. All of these things are related. So, I hope that was kind of beneficial. I know, and I want to thank SJ for commenting on this video because sometimes I know I can ramble and I don't know if I am making a connection, but I did get a couple likes. So I want to thank everybody who liked the videos. Do y'all have any questions before I go, by the way? Because I am going to go. I would just hang back and kick it with my mason jar of water. But thank you for the like. Join me if you want to come to work on some womb manifesting, fibroid energy body releasing, doing that work. Join me on the full moon womb circle. Send me your email and I'll send you the link to the free Zoom womb webinar. Some of the other goddesses on Instagram are calling it the Zoom womb, which I thought was really cute. But yeah, that's basically what I did. You know, I took the ownership. I took with entitlement the crown of my own divine feminine, of my goddesshood. I put the crown on. I said, God does not want me to be infirmed. God does not want me to have hormonal imbalance. You know, the universe wants me whole and harmonious at all times. You know, I drew closer to nature and I observed things in nature and I made the necessary changes in my life. And they did work because I became fibroid free 2 years later. And now I am a coach on natural fibroid elimination and womb wellness. So if you have any more questions and you would like to work with me closer or personally, you can send me that email. You can always go to IG on Instagram. I am at OP Fibroid Freedom. That's at OP Fibroid Freedom. That's probably the best way to keep up with me right now. I'm also on Facebook/Fibroid Freedom. Facebook/Fibroid Freedom. SJ, I'm so excited for the Zoom webinar. I have no questions, but you're absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. You are so kind. I lost the comment, of course. I don't know where it went. I don't know how to find my comments. SJ, I thank you. There it is. It says you definitely radiate feminine energy, something I'm still trying to find at 21. Oh, you are young. You're 21. Did I read that right? You got plenty of time to find it, and it's going to change. So, and part of you finding that, if I read your age correctly, is you making movement while you're still finding it. As you move, answers and paths, bricks in the pathway develop. And that's actually how I became naturally fibroid free. So I hope this was beneficial. And like I said, email me. I have personal 1 hour consultations available. I also have 90-day fibroid elimination coaching available. What else? I make herbs. There's fibroid tea. I have a womb cleanse tea right now that you can get. It's 20 very potent tea bags that I make personally from, my ring is caught on my hair, from my own blend of natural herbs and supplements that are optimized for natural fibroid elimination, womb wellness, and to eliminate estrogen dominance. One of them is the Fibroid Cleanse Tea Bags, and the other product is called Biofibroids. It is a tea that is designed for detox. It's almost a tea tox, but I like to call it a tea tonic in the form of dried herbs that you can order and brew at your leisure at your home. You get a month's supply, but that is a more multiple system detox. So you're going to have the womb detox with the bifibroids, as well as liver, lymph. It goes on and on and on to help detox multiple systems of the body. That's designed more for women who have not detoxed ever or in a very long time. So you could get one and you could get the other and kind of use them in conjunction. And I also have a new line of yoni steams coming up and sea moss gel, which is amazing. So that is on my Etsy. You can get to that. It's Fibroid Freedom at Etsy. Um, the new name for that will be Plant Force Field. I will be launching that full site very shortly with yoni steams as well as some other products. But you can go to the Instagram, and in my link in the bio, you can click the link to get to the Etsy shop if you want to get any of the teas. If you have any questions, email me at fibroidfreedom@gmail.com. And I will see you on Sunday at our Zoom Womb Circle. All right. Thank you. Peace and blessings to you. I will see you soon.